Welcome back to Berry Life, bringing you easy and delicious recipes from around the world. If you're craving something cozy, hearty, and deeply comforting, this one's for you. Because today, we're making a mushroom and potato stew that's rich, savory, and unbelievably satisfying. No fancy ingredients, just simple flavors done right. Whether it's a chilly evening, or you just want real comfort food. Stay with us. Let's get started. As always, we begin with prep, starting with a large onion. We'll go ahead and peel. Feel free to use whatever onion you have on hand. We're using a Vidalia or a sweet onion, which caramelizes nicely. And chop it into large pieces. This is a rustic stew, so we keep it simple. Mushroom and potato stew has humble roots, pun intended. Potatoes became a staple in the 1700s, and mushrooms were the budget-friendly protein of choice. Much like the French onion soup, this stew was born out of necessity. It uses simple, affordable ingredients that are efficiently slow-cooked in a single pot and turns it into something deeply comforting. Next, a couple of carrots. Again, large sections, but still bite-sized. They'll provide additional nutrients and bulk. Followed by our mushrooms. Today we're using Baby Bella. They've been cleaned thoroughly under running water. We'll go ahead and slice off the ends of the stem. These are a bit chewy. We don't really like them in the stew. Chopping the larger ones into quarters and smaller ones into halves. Do you know what kind of room has no walls? A mushroom, of course. Then finally, the potatoes. Here we have 3 gold potatoes. These are ideal. As they cook, they won't fall apart. Once again, just large pieces. Generally, we want all the major ingredients to be of the same size or shape. This way they'll cook evenly and distribute equally in the pot. If one ingredient is small and the other is large, the smaller ingredient will just settle to the bottom. How did the humble potato become bilingual? It became a French fry. We'll go ahead and place them back in the water so they don't oxidize and turn brown. With prep done, let's head to the stove. We'll place a large pot and heat it over medium heat. We like to use our enameled cast iron for this recipe. It retains heat and has a heavy lid that helps with the cooking process. We'll go ahead and add the mushrooms first. We want to ensure all the mushrooms are turned so the edges face down. It's just easier to do this by hand. And dry saute them, which means without any oil or butter. This helps the mushrooms firm up for a chewier texture and intensifies the umami flavor as the moisture evaporates and the flavors concentrate. You'll know the mushrooms are ready when they look something like this, and there's little to no steam, meaning all the water has evaporated. This takes a few minutes, but totally worth it. Then we'll push the mushrooms off to the side and add some butter, along with the onions. Even before science, people figured out that stews generally tasted even better the next day, so they would make it at night and enjoy it over a couple of days. We'll want to cook these for a couple of minutes, until the rawness of the onion is gone and they're slightly softened. Don't worry about the burnt sticky bits at the bottom. That's called fond, and it's actually a good thing. It'll add even more flavor into the stew. In cooking terms, fond comes from French, literally meaning base, bottom, or foundation. It refers to the caramelized and browned bits at the bottom of the pan after roasting, searing, or sautéing, forming the foundation of flavor. Then, we'll add in the dried thyme and stir. This will help to wake up the thyme and infuse the butter with that herby goodness. If you're enjoying this recipe, you will definitely want to check out our Soups and Stews playlist at the link above. We have more than 15 healthy and comforting recipes from around the world. Now we'll add a couple of tablespoons of all-purpose flour and stir. We want to eliminate the raw flavor of the flour and break up any clumps to form a light roux. This is going to be key to thicken the stew and give it that rich, velvety texture. We just want to thank everyone for their continued love and support and constant encouragement with your constructive feedback. My wife and I have been busy creating and recording delicious recipes over the holidays, and we're looking forward to sharing them with you in the coming weeks. If you want the recipes delivered directly to your inbox, check out our newsletter subscription link in the description box below. Now we'll go ahead and add 4 cups of vegetable stock. If you don't want to use vegetable stock, just use water. There's still plenty of flavor in the stew. We want to mix it well, and allow the soup to come to a gentle boil. Typically, we like to use a wooden spoon to scrape all of that fond that's formed at the bottom of the pot, which incorporates its flavor into the stew. Now we'll add a bay leaf and ground black pepper. The bay leaf quietly deepens the broth as it simmers, giving the stew that cozy, well-rounded flavor, while the black pepper adds just enough warmth to wake everything up without overpowering it. Then add in our carrots and potatoes, along with a couple of tablespoons of balsamic vinegar. The acid from the vinegar balances the sweetness of the onions, potatoes, and carrots to round out the flavor. You can also use apple cider vinegar or lemon juice in a pinch. You'd definitely miss it if it wasn't there. This is where we want to taste for seasoning. It can use a bit of salt. At this point, we want to increase the heat to high and bring it to a gentle boil. Now we'll cover the lid and cook for about 8 to 10 minutes, or until the carrots and potatoes are cooked through. It's been about 10 minutes. Let's check on the stew. Wow, you can't tell, but it smells even better than it looks. The stew looks a bit watery, but that's okay. It'll thicken as it cools from the starchy potatoes and the all-purpose flour. That's it. Ring the bell. The stew is ready. Hope you enjoyed this recipe. Be sure to like and subscribe, as we upload new recipes all the time. And also share with your friends and family to spread the love. If you want the full written recipe, check out the description box below, or visit us at berryberrylife.com. There you have it, mushroom potato stew. A humble yet supremely sublime taste of simplicity, right in the comfort of your own kitchen. Thank you for watching. Enjoy!